Hello there. Welcome to another time of celebrating in the kitchen with Pastor Florence. As I always share that it is good that we make the most of time whenever we have it. Today I'm gonna be making herbal tea. I love tea. I am a tea girl, and having come from Kenya, we always say that any time is tea time. So today the tea I'm gonna be making, I'm gonna try and see and let you know what I have with me. I'm gonna be making tea with milk and sugar and this herbal. I have cinnamon here. I can either use ginger or tea masala. For today I'm gonna use tea masala. You can also use fresh ginger. I have cloves, and then of course I'll be using sugar. To make sure that I don't waste a lot of your time, I try to prepare some things ahead of time, and it's always good to practice good hand hygiene. So I'm gonna have already washed my hands, but because I want to encourage you and to remind you the steps to take, it's a good idea for demonstration. And when we wash our hands, we want to wash, because you know as ladies in the kitchen how much we do things. Try to make sure that you wash even by the nails, by the fingers and that, and then yeah, that will be good. Then I have my hand wiping towel here. I ran out of paper towel. Things can happen, but I always say you use what you can. There is an ingredient I'll be missing, but you can always use it, which is optional, and that is my favorite, turmeric. I don't have. So I have cloves here. You can either use the ground cloves or the others. Either it makes a very good flavor. So I just put a little bit of it. I measure with just a little bit, like a pinch of it. There you go. It gives it flavor. Then I have, I'm gonna use tea masala. Tea masala, sometimes I use a little bit. You don't want to use more than a teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon. Then cinnamon. This tea, by the way, by the time I'll be making it, you see it has cinnamon. Even though I use sugar, it will be neutralized by the cinnamon. Then I have the ginger here. That ginger, I peeled it. You can grate it. You can grate. Grating to the point that I'll be using. There you go. This is ginger. Remember, ginger is very good for cold and all that, and especially if you make fruit tea without sugar, it's so good if you put ginger and then lemon. Okay. And this big part, so I don't bruise my fingers, which I've done in the past. I'm just gonna throw it that way. I can just put it in small pieces so I get the most flavor. Now, so I don't waste any of this residue here, I'm gonna use with water. Cleanse it there. There you go. There you go. Milk. You can use any kind of milk you want. When I use whole milk, I use, most of the time for tea, I like to use whole milk. But I ran out of it. I'll use what I have. You can use even 1% or 2%. But for today, I'll be using, this whatever it is here, but this is 1%. So I'll use the ratio. You can use, because it's a little bit lighter than whole milk. If it was whole milk, I would have used 1 cup and 1 cup of water. But this one, I'll use 2 cups. 2 cups milk and 1 cup water. To save your time, I had boiled some water. And because it's tea I'm making, I almost forgot, which is very important, it's tea itself. Roast tea. I like roast tea. tea bags are okay, but they don't bring a lot of a good flavor like the roost tea. I should have put it here. Now I'm gonna boil it. Sometimes I put the sugar so it boils together, depending, you know, put it to taste. Sorry, I put 3, 1 for each cup, and it is there, and it continues. As it continues to cool, to be ready, maybe I'm gonna cover it so it does it quickly, so that I don't keep you so much there. I want to say that each one of us has a choice. If you don't like sugar, you don't have to make it with Pastor Florence. And why would I be showing you this? Because especially if you like sugar. Oh, I almost forgot. A pinch of cayenne pepper. It gives that good taste. Just a little bit. Just a pinch. That one I better show you. It's going to be so small, so tiny, that you cannot even tell. No, I'm trying to open it. Gosh. Oh well. Cayenne pepper. I'm gonna. Sorry, it's not opening, but oh yeah, I got it. See how much I'm gonna use. This very little, just to give it that spicy thing of cayenne pepper. It's so little that it cannot even. If I put it in a spoon, you can't even. It's like a pinch of it. I'll put it there. Why would I use all these? Let me tell you, this tea, even though there is there is sugar, it's gonna be healthy. Let me say. And I like tea. Tea is good. It's full of antioxidants that cleanses, but it's better if you use true tea without milk. For me, I use milk. As I'm waiting it to get ready, I'll show you again. Optional. You can alternate. You want to use, personally I used cinnamon, and I try to put it on the pot before I put the water so it will mix well. Then you can use either ginger. Today I used fresh ginger instead of this powdered one, but I used tea masala. It will be very tasty, that tea. And as we continue, I also want to remind you, I'm mindful of your time, of my weekly schedule. The weekly schedules is Monday through Wednesday, I bring you inspirational word. Thursdays is when I bring you today, like today, celebrating in the kitchen with Pastor Florence. Then Fridays, putting on the right gear for the weekend. Then Saturday and Sunday, I can take a break or bring you random inspiration messages. What I would encourage you to do, if you follow what I do and you make, why don't you share and tell us whether it was good? If you're not the kind of a person who likes the media, just share with me and I'll be able to share with other people. Maybe you can put something different, alternate. Maybe instead of all this, you'll do something else, and we'll be able to share with other people, because every time you share something, you are giving, and giving is living. I'm still waiting the tea to get ready, and then I'll. By the way, I also have the the restrainer here with me. We call it kichungi or filter. That's how I do it. So I'm gonna be filtering it in a cup, and I'm also gonna, let's see here, I don't want it to spill. One of the things I hate is when tea has spilled. It's so hard to clean. I have my coffee cup here. I'll be putting it, I'll put some here because I made 3 cups. And then this will keep hot. Maybe when I'm going later on out, I can take it, because with me, anytime is tea time. If I ever come to your house, even without asking me, just make me tea. And I like with that, with tea leaves, rose ones are better. And tea is good. Tea is good. I was brought up even making tea without milk. And when it's cold, of course with sugar, and then when it is cold, you can eat it, you can use it to eat ugali. So I want to encourage you, let us be people who can share. I would still be making tea even if I did not demonstrate it here, even if I did not share it with you in Celebrate Your Moment with Joy, but it's more blessed when I share it with you, and I know God will bless you. Do me one favor, share with other people, practice this, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment there if this tea would be good. You can also make it without sugar. That's optional depending on your taste buds. Personally, I always say I'm a sweet tooth person. Let me put the milk so it doesn't go bad. It's almost done. It's almost done. And I have my spoon. I better have my spoon ready here. Almost done. And when tea is done, it's good you don't just put it into cup. Let it sit a little bit so that that flavor will be there. The flavor will be there. It is so good. Or you can reduce the heat so that it can boil slowly and you get that sweetness. If you can cover it for a few minutes. But for today, I'm mindful of your time. I'm not going to cover it because I already know how it tastes when I do it. And I know we'll be together. And as we continue in all this, it is good to try different things in the house. There are some people who don't like tea without sugar. Try different ways. If they like tea without sugar, try to put the ratio, a greater amount of milk, so that they will enjoy the flavor when you put all this. If you put sugar, try to minimize, reduce the ratio of milk, let it be less. So, everything is you just do in moderation. And I'm trying to explain this as we continue, and I hope you'll be patient to finish up with me, and we'll be good. What I used was cloves, cinnamon, little bit of cayenne pepper, tea masala, fresh ginger grated, and of course rose tea leaves. If you have tea bags, that's okay. If you are here in America, you can use Lipton. You know what? When I use Lipton, in case I am completely out of Kenyan tea, I have to use like 2 tea bags, which I would have used like 1 tea bag for the Kenyan tea. If you are Kenyan and you have tea, give me some. I never get enough of tea. And our tea is done. Our tea is done. Our tea is done. Here you go. When it boils, it's like this. See, I like it when it has that color. Oh. So I'm gonna filter it. Hopefully you can see. I'm trying to do it. Okay. I'm facing it this way so you'll be able to see. See that color? See how it is? It looks good. Looks good. Mouth watering. Hey. I'm also going to put it in another cup. It will be used right away. If you are around, you can come in. We enjoy a cup of tea. Look at that. Okay. And I'm going to use another cup. I like big cups. This is a soup cup, but I still use it for tea. We use this one when I'm here so I can show you how it looks like. And my tea is ready, my tea is ready, my tea is ready. Yes. So see, I'm going to cover this. This is for going with. I have this which I'll use. And the other one, if you are passing by, so I always make enough. I hope this will be able to motivate you to try and make herbal healthy tea. And I know God will bless you. Let us learn to celebrate every moment. Not just celebrating it, but celebrating it with joy. Whether you are in the kitchen, whether you are in the bedroom, whether you are cooking, Whether you are driving, whether you are working, whether you are folding those clothes, let us learn to celebrate with joy. I was so much blessed when I went to St. Louis, Missouri. There is this friend of mine who have become a friend because of this demonstration I made. That she said, actually she gave a testimony in the church that she used to complain about clothes and all that, but now she fought celebrating. That's what we are here for. That's why I'm here. It would be my joy that if there are things that has been putting you down when you are doing them, like you're doing it for people, you start doing it for the glory of God, because once we do, when you are rejoicing, when you are celebrating, it also gives you the morale and jumpstarts you, and it opens the mind that God can be able to put some ideas in your life that will be beneficial not only to you, but even to other community, even like I'm sharing now. Not that I have it all together, not that everything in my life is okay, but you have to make the best out of life, because you only have one life to live. That's why I encourage you, celebrate every moment. Why? Every moment count. The mission statement for celebrate your moment is from Romans 8:28, that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord. That should keep you positive. Get off negativity. Even if you're surrounded by negative environment, you can change it. So today was about healthy herbal tea. I should call it healthy herbal sweet tea. May the Lord bless you. I hope you can make and then you enjoy. Thank you.